Warmest Blessings, Gemini. This is a timeless reading for you. Shuffling some cards here, and I'm just going to take a quick peek at what's happening with your person's soul right now. What are they doing? Looking at their soul. Coming up here, a card, and it feels like something is not being presented right now. It's being a little bit hidden away with your person. There needs to be some kind of judgment or righteousness that needs to come out, or some kind of truth, but they're in a sort of a hidden cave right now. Okay, this information or this feeling sense from them is in a sort of a hidden area right now, and they're not really coming out to say what they need to say to you, Gemini. Okay. I also got the Nine of Coins. The Nine of Coins comes out for you. And right now you want things to be happy. You want things to be content. You want to work some things out. You want to connect and actually bear some fruit, so that in your love relationship. And it feels like there will be something bearing in a couple of days here that you'll see, but there's something that isn't quite on the table yet right now with your person. And I'm going to take a look at your person also here. What is he thinking? Right now, it seems like he's trying to stash away or nail away some of these things and to just kind of put them to the side or remove them actually from his life. It's almost like something that he's carrying, right? Carrying this burden that he has to do, some like hard labor, some work that he has to complete. And this work that he needs to complete, it feels like it's not fully completed. It feels like whatever he's doing, it's not really out there on the table for both of you to see, but you're thinking to yourself, okay, maybe we can work things out. Maybe we can have some kind of a, connection together, some kind of communication to tell each other that we do actually really want our relationship to grow. And I feel that I'm sensing that your person is working hard at themselves to try to see if this can work. Okay. Also, there is going to be some sort of a need to untie the knot. Like this knot is something of not like the knot of marriage like that. This is a knot that has to do with karma, a knot that has to do with being tied up or being restricted. And this knot has to be basically cut loose in order for you guys to speak to one another very genuinely, to connect to one another in the sense that you truly want to connect. This knot has to unravel, has to untie or be cut out of your relationship. If you continue to have this karmic knot, then it's not going to be a good relationship going forward. So you will need to put some things, communicate some things to your person, and your person needs to be willing to put whatever it is on his mind, whatever it is that he's been holding on to and or working on, to kind of say that and to kind of give you some communication or transparency in regards to what is happening inside of him. What is his thoughts? What's going on with them? And at the end of the day, there's going to be some kind of a compromise between the two of you. There's going to be a face-to-face or facing each other, facing or the mirror type of thing, with the Two of Cups coming together again, collected again, and to not feel like you're so separated or so apart from one another. It feels like right now there's this feeling, even though if you are together, for some of you, you feel like you're still apart. You feel like you are separated, or that you're like a brother and sister situation. And that's not helping you with romance at all. In this time, there's also some things that you are both fighting off or warding off of this negativity, this energy that feels like you just want to maybe have a quarrel because you're not putting something on the table, or this person, he or she, is not putting what their true thoughts are on the table. So there's a lot of time that you need to take for both of you to reflect, to go back to yourself, to go back within and say, what is this pureness what is the pureness in this relationship that I'm really truly looking for? Okay, I'm not trying to be here alone if I'm with you, right? So it feels like you guys are both on your own journeys, so to speak, right? With the coins coming up, the three of coins, there's a facing of the good and the facing of the negative. And this three of coins seems to be like, yeah, it feels like we are together. Something is happening here, something is abundant, but we need to face each other, whether it's the angel or the devil, facing one another and saying, hey, let's compromise, let's make a deal here, right? Let's see what we can turn this into, this relationship. And if it's been a relationship for quite some time, then it's a relationship that feels like it's getting old, or that it needs some kind of renewal, some kind of rekindling, and the fire to be uplifting that again, right? No one wants to be the fool, and right now it's really no one wants to be the fool. You both are turning away from each other, your energies are away from each other, and it's outside of the relationship. So what's left on the inside, right? What's left on the inside? Let's take a look on what's left on the inside right now. Inside of this relationship, okay? And pulling up, and I got two cards. And the energy is to really gain some kind of momentum. And it's also to be bold of making the first move. So who's going to make this first move, Gemini? Somebody has to make this first move. Who will it be? Who's going to make this first move, right? Is it going to be you, or is it going to be the person, your person? Who's going to make this first move? And it feels like both person will continue to be apart, to be separated, because their pride or the ego, or somebody didn't do someone right. And the energy is really down in the dumps right now. It needs to become a more bold energy, like the color purple. It needs to be this deep, dark purple energy, right? The energy of really rekindling, the energy of saying, okay, I'm willing to let down my ego and come and talk to you, or I'm willing to take you on a date, right? This person. And each person is facing their own moon, so to speak. And the energy is not really gaining the momentum. But what I also want to say is, if someone is willing to make the first move, the momentum will go right back to where it needs to be, because there is a deep feeling within each one of you that that can bring this momentum out, that can make things happen again. And the conclusions are truly at reach. Whatever it is that you guys are both trying to fight for, or that you both are trying to work within yourselves and come back to connect, come back to work things out, it's going to work itself out. It's going to be able to be worked out, because it's just within reach, but you're not willing to see it, that it's in reach, right? It feels so close, but yet so far type of feeling, right? So right now, Gemini, the energy from you feels like you need to be on top of a mountain. You need to be willing to say, okay, let me find this fresh air. And once I find this fresh air, let me come back. I'm looking towards, like, it's kind of like a castle that's far away, and you're like on one of the hills, and you're looking at this place, this palace, and it's exactly what you want. It's exactly what you need, but you're just almost there. You're almost trying to get there, right? Trying you have plans on wanting to go there. You have plans on wanting to be with this person at the palace, right? But the question is, are you going to make the first move to get there, right? Are you going to do that? Or are you just going to wait there, watch, and then see if your person is going to come out of that palace and run to you? So truthfully, it's going to take for one of you to submit, okay? To submit. Nobody wants to submit at this point in time. It's like brother and sister. If you've been living together or been together for a while, it's kind of died down. And it's like you're having this energy of, okay, no one wants to do anything. No one wants to make the first say that they really, really need, intimacy, or that they really, really need a date night. No one wants to say that they need this. They're being very, I don't know the word right now, just it just, the word's not coming to my mind right now. It's like being obnoxious. I don't know if that's the correct word, but being a little bit selfish and really holding your grounds, but holding grounds for what? Right? Why are you holding your ground? What are you doing that for? It's not going to do you any good if you don't write your own book, right? You need to write your book. And once you are willing to do that, right? Once you're willing to do that, at the end of the day, you will find that there's going to be a good reward for this, a good reward for what you've been longing for intimacy, longing for like a hug, longing for just some real conversation, Gemini. And that's what needs to happen is someone needs to let their ego down. You are the person, and maybe more likely you, if you can do it. And that would be much better, preferably for your love life, right? So if you could let that down and write your own book, what do you want to create today? What is the momentum you really are looking for in your love relationship? Write that down and then take the action, because at the end of the day, you're going to be rewarded for this action, Gemini.